Hello, test, test, test. Making sure the mic works. It looks like it works. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty much my first rough draft video. I know I was told to use my phone to record my desk, but I don't know. I think I find this a little better. But this is currently my desk right now. Here's my phone. You got my screen. You got my hands typing. So yeah, pretty much I'm gonna be doing my first, like I said, my first rough draft. I'm gonna be starting with my intro. I know the paper said not to do the start with the intro first, but I kind of find it a little easier to pretty much kind of have a feel for it, and then I go from there. But I like the intro as like kind of like a base, if you will. I have some lecture notes from the Reconstruction lecture, some actual chapter 15 Reconstruction notes from the YOP, because the reason I'm saying this is because I'm going to be doing this for my first section after the intro. Alright, so I'm kind of like I said, I'm going to be starting my paper with introduction. I've kind of been thinking about how people kind of always say America's all sorry, this is my first time doing this. I'm a little nervous, but I don't know why. But anyways, I've always been thinking about how kind of people have always thought about the ways America says it's almost always about freedom and inequality. But if you really look at our history from the 1870s to even the 90s, it's not even a straight line, to be honest. It's a lot of the rights were gained, then taken away, then fought for again. So I kind of want to make that the core of my thesis. So I'm gonna go first off by just doing an introduction like I said, it's gonna be just a very broad rough draft. I'm not even gonna be putting my top name yet or anything. I just kind of want to do this by sections, and at the very end I'll kind of just make everything look really nice and pretty. So yeah, let's kind of start off with something just basic. When we think about American history, sorry if I type slow. I know I'm a little slow. This big idea that we've always been moving forward. There's this big idea that we've always been moving forward and having freedom, more equality, more rights. Really quick. I just want to make sure this. Oh wait, I'm not even in the video. Try to be like right here the whole time. Okay. Let's see. Alright. But if you let's see, actually look at the past from typing so bad today, from the 1870s to the the 1990s. It's clear that the road to equality was anything but a straight line. I don't know why I'm having I'm scared this is just gonna stop recording. Sorry, this is a new program, but that I'm using. From you know what? Could put straight line. Yeah, actually from the oh my god, I just realized I had all this gold. From the reconstruction to the circle. And everything every step forward. Pretty much came with the pushback. How can I say this? Forward with a with pushback. Rights weren't just given, they were fought for stripped away. Everyone of the soul and constantly so we could do this. Once again, this is just a rough job. I'm just putting stuff out there. I'm gonna definitely fine tune this after. I just kind of want to have like a little base to start off with. So this paper explores how the United States dealt with the question of who gets rights and who does it over a span of more than a century. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, this is like the highest I could put the camera. I'm like, if I do this, I'm like crouching down. Okay, let's go back. Just checking back and forth, making sure everything's getting recorded, because man, I do not want to lose this. Over a span of a century. I'll break down how different groups, especially Black Americans and Native Americans dealt with barriers to freedom and equality. I think what else? Kind of want to talk about like the industrialization section, the migration section too. Kind of the different layers of that struggle. Think if I go put that, I'll also look at how immigration I could say gender and empire to that struggle. Sorry, just checking one more time. Okay, we're good. I think that might be the last time I check it. Sorry, I'm just so paranoid. To that struggle. Kind of want to talk about America. Kind of how America kind of kept claiming to stand for equality, but it was a little more complicated than that. let's see, how can I put this as a question? The big takeaway: America kept claiming to stand for equality, but the reality was way more complicated than that. Way more complicated. Actually, like different. Trying to think of what else. Kind of want to end this. I know the fight for the rights wasn't really just about kind of law or policy, but it was more of kind of who got to belong and who kept getting left out. Let me see. Let me see if I can put that in there. The fight for rights wasn't just about law or policy. It was about who got to belong and who kept getting left. Okay, let me kind of see how this looks right now. Just a little bigger. Okay, this looks like an okay thesis. Yeah, this should work. Like I said, it's just a rough draft again. I'm gonna be touching this up, but I'll be showing kind of what I touched up later. So I kind of want to jump into the. Oops. I kind of want to jump into the section 2. I'm gonna be having some multiple sections, kind of just talking about each different parts. Obviously, I'm gonna be talking about not only the book, but some parts of the lecture slides, some videos later on. But just for right now, I kind of just want to start off with my second section, and that's going to be the reconstruction. So that's why I have these reconstruction slides. I don't think I'm going to be getting too much from this. I kind of already pre-read this just so I could refresh my memory. I am going to be taking some of this. I did take some notes straight from the actual yacht book. So kind of want to dive into just the reconstruction, because that's really where they kind of fought over rights and picked up right after the Civil War too. So like I said, I got the yacht open. The page, I think 283 starts the chapter on reconstruction. Yeah, it starts on this one. They say that this era had the most open, pretty much, debates on equality since pretty much the founding. So I kind of want to start by bringing in the 13th, 14th, and the 15th Amendments. So let's see. So let me just see if there's anything I want to grab right now. No, you know what? I'll actually just, matter of fact, have this open to the first page. So whenever I want to come back, be on the first page. Okay. Let's see. Let me just go real quick. Kind of refresh my memory. Reconstruction was the era of the Civil War where the U.S. attempted to rebuild the South and redefine freedoms and ensure equality, while the freedom efforts Civil War. But not. Okay, so I had that one. I had just some of these kind of to use on my paper. Yeah, before I kind of recorded this, I kind of want to just have an idea of what I wanted to put on my paper for this section. I just kind of want to see what I want to start off with, though. Yeah, so I kind of just did like some main points, nothing too special. Let's see. I kind of just want to start off right after the Civil War. Shouldn't just from memory. The U.S. had a real shot. Pretty much are we defining freedom and equality. How can I say this? Had a real shot. Are we defining freedom and equality? Shot at redefining freedom and equality. Let's see. Equality for a moment. For a moment, it looked like the country was going to follow the bill. Like I said, I wanted to kind of bring this up because of the 13th, the 14th, 15 minutes. And I think this actually might be a good time to talk about it. The 13th, 14th, 15th, and the 15th amendments were passed. Let's talk about this. Let me think real quick. Slavery, 1865. Just kind of looking. I'm looking for a section to kind of talk about the amendments and where it passed to kind of pretty much abolish slavery. I could have sworn I remember seeing it 285. Oh, wait, hold up. So I'm just looking to see if there's anything to kind of just grab. Well, not grab, kind of just paraphrase. Because I kind of want to talk about where Garrison, one of the Freemans, tell Sherman that freedom pretty much means kind of like just reaping the fruit of wrongly, right? I think. I remember that was a quote that kind of stuck with me. It kind of showed how land and self-sufficient were kind of like the center of the black freedom. I could have sworn I saw that on 284. Alright. 15 minute more pass. Okay. Pretty much pass to Alders, slavery, guarantee, birth. Because it did protect black male voting rights, and I wanted to see if, let's just put that on here, protect black male voting rights. And then I think I'm gonna come back to this actually. So I kind of just want to put, let's see what page was that. Put 284, 285 on page 284, 285. But these, once again, this is, I'm probably gonna go back to this, but I just kind of want to have something just to build up on, right, really quick. These weren't just small updates, but they were oh my god, I'm typing so hard. They were reshaped by constant and laid pretty much the groundwork for democracy. Can I say this, like, groundwork for a more just inclusive democracy. I think kind of what else to put on democracy. So I kind of want to pull up that one page again. Because like I said before, this is kind of where Garrison tells Sherman that freedom means kind of that one quote, the reaping the fruit of our own labor. Where was here it is. Oh my god, I finally found that. Okay. So I kind of want to use. I'm sorry that it's a clone. Freedom of our own labor. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one. Kind of want to put this one. Put this section. What is it? Turn us from our own under yoke. From our own labor to cover ourselves as the government is maintaining our freedom. Okay. What is this? 1865? Okay. Sorry if I don't talk too much. I don't know why. Whenever I want to read something, I just think about it and keep it in my head. But I'm usually not the one to kind of speak about it. So we could put. So this is 1865, page 34. Let's see if we could put in 1865 meeting with, what was it, General Sherman? Yeah, General Sherman. What was his name again? Garrison Fraser. I think his name was Garrison. Yeah, Garrison Fraser. Next we go Garrison Fraser that shows before we explains the importance for line for. Yeah, okay, so okay. Garrison Fraser. How do you spell his name? Fraser. Frazier. Pretty much said freedom was. Oops. I don't know. I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to paraphrase this, but once again, I'm just gonna put stuff out there and just change it later on. But that was placing so we could reap the fruit of our labor. Was placing us where we could reap. Let's see. What was it again? Sorry. Where we could reap the fruit of our labor. The fruit of our own labor. Okay. Well, I mean, essentially, he's pretty much pushing for land ownership and self-sufficiency. to the yes, I agree with Brother Fraser. Among the slave South maintain the cells of the government of the United States and their neighbors. Oh, God, there are many also men not willing to take up arms, and I suppose there doesn't. Don't know if I want to use that though. Okay, I'm gonna go into this. I'm gonna go and put it's pretty much pushing for land ownership. And oops, is that you spelled it? So it's gonna be lock and right. What is this? 24. 2021. 24. Because these weren't really abstract ideas, they were more of kind of direct responses to all depression. Oppression, not depression. I don't know if I said that right. Oppression. These weren't any idea, no, any abstract ideas, but they were more of directing response. Actually, were more of a direct response to really just centuries of oppression, like how it's seen. Oops, oppression. Okay. So, I want to talk about anything else. 2, 3. Now I know here on like 287, 288, this is where things start shifting a lot, and I know it kind of talks about how pretty much, I think it was a lot of black Americans held public office. Actually, that's where Kenny Rose and Bruce from, but I kind of want to write about that. Just want to read this real quick, just kind of refresh my memory. 27, actually, let me see something real quick. 27. Actually, let me actually do this real quick because it's taking too long. Was it massive or huge? Oh, that's the point there. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do this from memory, just see if. Just look at it later on. Let me see. Wow. So these were abstract ideas that were more of a direct response to Sanchez's oppression, and for a little while, some of that change pretty much just stuck with them. With them. Some of that change stuck. A lot. I remember reading about it that a lot of black men actually voted in a big amount of numbers, and even were elected to be in powerful offices. Let's see. Some of that change stuck. And voted in large amount of numbers and were even elected to cool. Like, what was his name? It was he something. Wait, let me see if I can remember his name by memory. I think it was like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to come back to this maybe. I don't want to spend too much time just reading this. Was there more back here? So I'm just trying to find the U.S. Senator part. I remember reading about it. Where those two became U.S. senators. Hold up. Senator. Was it the privilege chapter? Oh, it's not what they were in this one. To say root out a Hanford precincts. By telling his mother's crazy has become Colonel Anderson. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna get back to that. Processes. For right now, I'm just gonna put that section. What was the lock? Actually, I just put the whole thing because I know it's somewhere in here. 283. I remember reading that a lot of the local governments were more representative. Even schools, churches were brought up. I kind of want to add the part about the Charlotte Forden story. I think that's on 289 too. But she was talking. But she was pretty much teaching the free children in South Carolina, and she talks about kind of how they were eager to learn even after everything they've been through. It even show like the reason I want to add is because it shows how important education was post-slavery. Oh, here we go. Charlotte Forden, see just free children. Okay, awesome. I want to definitely add this to mine. Sorry for the long pause. I was just reading a little bit. Couldn't find what I was looking for. So okay. Put local governments more representative and institutions like schools and churches, like what she was doing, were built upon through the support of organizations like it was Friedman something. Just trying to see who are the ones that supported organizations. children feel hurt when they see such things by telling it was not intended to occur, not understand. Oh my god, that's why. Oh, I was reading the wrong section. Okay. I was so lost. Okay. So eager to learn, although I had several years of. Okay, I like this part. I might want to include this one. Okay, I kind of want to include that part. Let's see, like I think it was like the freed. I don't know. That's what we're. Yeah, I want to include that part though. The one. About the full eager students. I've read one short Fordham and was it South Carolina? Yeah, South Carolina. Sorry, in South Carolina, describing classrooms, so I want to include that part, classrooms full of eager, black children ready to, even after, despite being 1 and 2 days. To the system that we try to keep them ignorant. This one, but 89, I believe it was 29. 29. Looking right 29. I'm gonna put the optimism was real, and so was the progress. And so was the. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna keep adding on and kind of go back and look at my notes for this section up here, and a little bit over here too. I want to add some more from it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. I'm gonna try to upload this to YouTube. Okay, thank you.